What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be joined by Big D from Big D's Entertainment's Rankings and Reviews, and we're going to be reviewing the 2010 movie Yogi Bear. This movie centers on Yogi Bear and his sidekick Boo Boo as they have to team up with Ranger Smith to save Jellystone Park from this from Mayor Brown, who was wanting to destroy the park and stuff and everything to make money for his city and become governor. So they have to team up and try to save the park and everything. So before I get into my part of the review, I'm going to let Big D do his part. So take it away, Big D.
Hey everyone, this is the Big D here of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So I'm proud to be a part of this little collab with Ogre Boy on Yogi Bear from 2010. Now, at first, I didn't really want to see this movie. Now, as a kid, I grew up watching Yogi Bear and its various other cartoons featuring the characters, as well as the animated movies. But when I saw this movie, I thought it was reasonable and what have you. After I watched it a second time, I kind of got to enjoy it. I mean, it might not be as good as the actual cartoon series, but still, it has its fun moments, though. And that's what I thought I liked about this. Now, the story, I'm going to say, was kind of a mixed bag and what have you. I figure it could have used just a little spin and polish, though. But, well, I do appreciate the characters trying to do their best to save their home of Jellystone Park from being logged and all that stuff. Now, I really did like Dan Aykroyd's voice acting for the title character. And though I wasn't really a Justin Timberlake person, he did fine as Boo Boo. I mean, not as good as the original voiceover Sauce Butler and Don Misick, but they still come pretty darn close to it, though. I really thought they weren't too bad. Now, as for Tom Cavanaugh, who played Ranger Smith, I'm gonna say he wasn't too bad. And Anna Faris, who became Ranger Smith's love interest, Rachel Johnson, she was pretty good too, so I gotta say, she was pretty darn funny as well. And, well, what else can I say? This was pretty fun. I did enjoy the ending and what have you, when Yogi and Boo Boo race out with those picnic baskets. Ranger Smith's like, Yogi! And, yeah, that's all she wrote. So overall, I think Yogi Bear was, well, factually good and what have you in ways. I mean, like I said, well, I personally like to remain loyal to the cartoons, though, but it still is fun and what have you. It did pretty well. Well, despite it got this and all that stuff. But overall, it had a pretty good cast. The story could have used some more spin polish, but overall, Yogi Bear isn't too bad of a movie. So thanks for making me a part of this, Ogre Boy. This is the Big D saying, see ya.
Thank you for joining me, Big D. I do agree with you on a lot of things. Like, this did need a little bit of spit and polish and stuff, but I also agree that it is a really fun movie. The cast is pretty good in here, especially the voice cast. Dan Aykroyd and Justin Timberlake were both really great as Yogi and Boo Boo, and both of them really actually took me by surprise on how good they were in this movie as their voices and stuff. A lot of times when you get celebrity voices doing iconic characters, like in the movie Scoob, for example, I thought none of the voice acting in that movie worked, but this one, it worked really well. And I think Tom Cavanaugh was pretty good as Ranger Smith as well. He was not super great and everything, but he was good enough. He fit it well enough for this movie, and I really liked Anna Faris, which she was my main draw to this movie because I was a huge fan of Anna Faris back when this movie first came out. I still like her a lot. She's still one of my favorite actresses, but when this one came out, I was looking forward to it anyway because I like these live-action animated hybrid movies anyway. Most of them, they're not like anything super great, but I always have fun with them. And but she was really my main draw to this movie when I first saw it. But I really liked her in it. She's a really likable character, and everything. It's kind of a little bit different than her normal characters at that time because she was known for playing like ditzy, dumb blondes, typical characters, which was her typecast and stuff. And this was kind of something a little different for her. She was still funny in it and everything, but she wasn't like she was in movies like The House Bunny and the scary movies and stuff like that at that time. So I really enjoyed her in here, and I think Andrew Daly was pretty good as Mayor Brown. He's just a really unlikable character, but he does a good job making him unlikable and stuff. The only one in here that I didn't really like was T.J. Miller, and that's just because there's something about him I don't like. He just gets on my nerves really bad, and his whole little subplot of wanting to be the head park ranger was really dumb and everything, and cliched, and I wish that wasn't in here, but and I just really kind of wish T.J. Miller wasn't in here. He just is one of those actors that I don't like for some reason, and maybe part of it is because of the Emoji Movie, which he re-teamed up with Anna Faris for that movie, which I might end up reviewing that here before too long. I don't really want to rewatch it, but I might have to revisit it and give it a review because I never reviewed it when I watched it the first time. But yeah, so I think all of the cast in here are good and everything. I love like the little turtle that they're trying to save, the frogmouth turtle. I think he's just so adorable. He's so cute. I wanted to pinch his little cheekies. And it doesn't have like a super strong story, like it could have been better written and stuff, but it's really well paced and everything. The movie's only an hour and 20 minutes, so it goes by really fast and stuff, but there are a lot of cliches you expect out of family movies, especially like this and everything, where they're gonna do something that pushes Ranger Smith over the edge. He blows off at them, they go their separate ways. Yogi kind of gets depressed for a little bit, and then they end up teaming back up at the end to save the day and everything. Not really anything new, but it's just still a fun movie and everything. I enjoy watching it whenever I do, which is every so often and everything. I don't think it's near as bad as most people said it was. Like, it got really, really bad reviews, like Big D said and stuff. I don't think it really deserved all the hate that it got, because it's just a harmless little fun family movie, and there are way, way worse movies out there than this, and stuff like this, and Tom and Jerry and the Scooby-Doo movies and stuff. They always get critically panned and stuff, and I never really see why it's that big of a deal. They're fun family movies. They're not really meant to be deep, thought-provoking Oscar movies or anything like that. But I will say that the animation on Yogi and Boo Boo looks pretty good for the most part, except there's something really uncanny valley about their eyes. Like every time I see their eyes and stuff, there's just something about it that looks off. It doesn't make sense what it is. But it was the same way in the first Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. I noticed that too when I rewatched it a few months ago and everything. But and this movie came out like 3 years after, so I'm guessing it had around the same budget as that movie, as the first Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't know, but yeah, I enjoy Yogi Bear. I think it's a fun movie and everything. It's probably not my favorite out of these live-action hybrid movies based on classic animation and stuff, but it still is a fun movie and everything, and it's a lot better than people give it credit for. So I'd say I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a solid family movie that it's worth watching every now and then. and everything. So, but anyway, thank you, Big D, for joining me in this video. It's always fun collaborating with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let us know in the comments what you think of Yogi Bear. Do you think it's as atrocious as everybody says it is, or are you like us and actually get some enjoyment out of it? Let us know in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.